Ding dong dell, pussy's in the well. July 2021 banter. Have I got the goods? Have I got the goods for a bit more banter? No, I don't. I'll have a smoke. Don't go to Facebook anymore for a poke. But I did tell a few jokes. I'll keep it up until you croak. Or you're so sick and tired of all this stuff, you go off to watch a video about a bloke called Snoke in Star Wars. Or maybe read a comic called Cloak and Dagger from Marvel. Star Wars is also from Marvel. That's a joke. Marvel Comics. Well, it's not a joke. I mean, we're owned by Disney now. We all saw that coming, didn't we? Disney Comics owns Star Wars. Well done, Lucas. Sell it out to Disney. They haven't done too bad a job. They've kept Star Wars like Star Wars. It hasn't devolved into Mickey Mouse Brigade. Not yet, anyway. Probably know what they're doing. Haven't watched The Mandalorian. It's unavailable in Australia yet, anyway. Oh, probably is actually. It's probably on what is it, Netflix and stuff like that. All those channels that comes on Disney, the Disney one. Can probably get it, but we just have free view here at 29 Merriman. Just a huge TV mum got recently, but just a standard free view, just free to air stuff on the TV. Although the new TVs, we've got an internet connection going with it because it's an internet thing. There's some stuff you can get the internet on. You can YouTube on it. I've watched a few YouTube videos. There's other things which can go on it, like the there's ABC iView or whatever you want to call those sorts of things. Those sorts of things. The Channel 7 playback sort of things, whatever they're called, stuff. There's a few other things. You can get Netflix just like Amazon and stuff. Just you have to pay for those ones. But there's stuff which is on there which you can connect in from the internet for free. And it's handy. I've watched some of my favorite videos. Really big screen. I normally just watch them on this little laptop. So it's quite handy in that respect. I suppose I don't make use of it enough, but I'll get around to some more. July 2021 Banter. Life goes on. Got a new CD. It's up in the collection, Clannad Legends. It's got Robin, the Hooded Man, from the 1980 Robin Hood TV show. Used to watch that with the family. Loved that show. They even did a video game on it, which was a text adventure. And we had that, me and Greg, on our little Commodore 64. Never got it finished. Didn't take it serious enough to try and finish it. Just played it a bit, just a little bit for a bit of the hit out. One of those standard text adventure games. Go north, go south, eat such and such, talk to such and such, and things like that. Just a text adventure things. It was a thing in the 1980s, and probably even still a little bit of a thing in the 1990s, but by then it was old news. They didn't do text adventures much anymore by then. Because I think, it's just the kind of stuff you get on freeware now. Freeware and shareware text adventures. There's probably still old farts still doing them, but a lot of you younger kids wouldn't even know what a text adventure really is, I'd imagine. Some would, but some wouldn't. Just a story, like a choose your own adventure book or something like that, a text adventure, just a computer game. Sometimes there's a little bit of graphics to accompany the text, but it's yeah. Sort of like a role-playing game in some ways, but there's no dicing usually. Sometimes have a little bit of that, I think. Just a text adventure. Something to do. My mate Peter Dradrak and Damien Asnowski, they did a text adventure one on the Tandy computer, which Peter used to have. Radio Shack sort of thing. And it was only basic, but it worked. I think there was a few bugs in it, but it did work. Possibly could have gone on to do something like that in the end, but I never really got into programming. Even though in school years, young times, I was sort of thinking about being a programmer as my career once, but it never eventuated. Never came around. Just went into office admin in the end. Got work in ACOS for a while, in the public service for a while, but I was just too sick and just not well enough mentally, and couldn't maintain my public service career. Just was when I got sort of let go of, in a sense, from they offered me a package in the public service, and there was no point in persevering with it. In reality, I was like not really fit for work with my mental health condition terribly much. Just wasn't terribly fit for it. Probably more of a pain in the neck for people in the public service, me having to put up with me and my condition. Not terribly fair, I think, in some ways. Now, at 48, I think I'm possibly well enough to go back into the public service, but it's getting a bit late in the day, all things considered. I don't know. I'll live forever. Consider that doctrine. Who knows? July 2021. Banter. Just did War of the Chasers video. And I've had a lot of ideas over the last about year or so, maybe a couple of years, for just ideas of the chase, the game, the chases from the TV quiz show, which you did in Australia and UK as well, and I think it was international versions in different countries. Just ideas for sort of funny skits from movies between the chasers, having a sort of idea, and I don't remember all the things that I've imagined up on the chasers and the little competitions and things, little interplays and stuff, but just sort of chase the movies, if you know what I mean, where these fellas are the characters in the movies. So I just did a little one then, which is sort of the setting for where I've placed it, and I guess there'll probably be more chaser ideas come into my head, and if anything more comes along, I'll sort of gradually do a bit of a plot for a Noahide book sort of chaser movie, stack of ideas and stuff, just compile it all together, might get something out of it eventually, you never know. Money tonight. I got my pay earlier this morning when I came in and paid off my eBay bills, but there was a double debit which I get from on one of my eBay, one of the comic sellers I buy on eBay. St. George double debits his eBay double debits him for some reason or another. I don't know why. So it's sort of I charges twice, and it only refunds me on the 8th day later. So it's a really weird system for some of the sellers they use on eBay. One of the sellers on eBay. And I rang up St. George about it. They told me it was all normal. I mean, sometimes for some of the bills, they charge me twice. They charge me it, and it gets processed. But it's a hold which is put on it. It's a security thing, and then at the 8th day they release the money back to you. So don't always have my full funds available at times when I buy from this particular seller on eBay. And usually I buy stuff from him on a Thursday if I'm going to buy from him at any particular time. And the 8th day is Friday the following week. So tonight's Friday, and got $78 coming in because the bill was also paid with this seller and also a few other things which were in the same bill. Because normally I pay for individual items separately now as my customer, but sometimes I just pay because they lump them in together and $78 this time, but I get it tonight, so I don't really care too much. Cause, oh yeah, way it goes. Well, this is July. Don't have any major plans at this stage for this month. Just to sort of write my words and do my videos, I guess. Whatever comes along. I've written a couple of short stories today. Cat Lady 17 and Venice City Afternoons 3. They came out well. I was happy enough with them. They're up on Noahide books now. In Anthology 6, which is volume 51 of the Angel Saga, technically volume 53, but the first two volumes are sort of alpha and beta. They're called that. So volume 1 is Morning Stars, which is how it was published in paperback format. Yeah, there is a published version of Morning Stars. I don't have a copy anymore, but gave them all away and don't have a copy anymore. I get one back from one bloke. So I didn't sell them. I just gave them away. I had 100 of them printed off once back in 2007, but I'll rustle up a copy possibly one of these days if I need a copy back again. I do have Rachel, daughter of Eve, up there, right up there, next to the Noah's Ark picture. That's one of the paperbacks which is still I've just got it up on the wall, just sort of just kept up there. 3 books were published in the end. Two of them at the same time, Morning Stars and Noahide Devil, in 2007. That was published in 2010 or 11. That one there, that's Rachel, daughter of Eve. They were the 3 which have been self-published, 100 print runs each, by Copy Quick printers in Canberra. I'll probably eventually do another printing of something. Maybe even just Morning Stars expanded version. Don't know. Probably just stick with Morning Stars, I suppose, as the book I publish. Might publish again one day. Don't know. It's a cost. Probably about $1,500. A decent printing of Morning Stars would cost me these days. $1,400 maybe. I might do it. Another print run maybe. Who knows? You have no real plans for the time being. There's no education coming. Not this semester. Semester 2 for the year. Nothing's coming along like that. So for the time being, this is July, and unless something extraordinary happens, I'm just doing my videos and getting on with things. That's about it, I suppose. July 2021 Banter.